A cup.
Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish back with the next episode of The Dame Was Loaded. We're going to pick right up where we left off and see where we can take our investigation here the rest of this day. It is now in the evening, so morning, evening, time is made up. It doesn't mean anything. I was hoping, because it is evening, that we would be able to perhaps go over to Jake's joint, maybe earn a little cash or something. Um, I don't think that we're going to really be able to do anything. Not anything useful. Do you remember, if you were here last time, where we stopped for the day? So probably best to sleep and pick it up tomorrow.
Bedtime.
We have a lot of questions, though, because we managed to make enormous progress. In our last episode, we did everything on day 1 and day 2 that we had...
Sleeping Beauty has awakened.
Oh,
Prince Charming, you ain't.
okay, I guess Ralph showed up while we
There
were
he
here.
is. What's the story?
I gave him the story.
So, yeah, we're pretty much caught up to where we were on the end of day 3 beforehand. And now that we have started over, hey, we are in a much better spot. So let's see how far we can get today on day 3. We are determined to find Dan Small. Today is the day. It's gonna happen.
What do you reckon, Ralph?
I reckon the Brooklyn Dodgers are going to have to shape up a long way if they're going to figure in this series.
Okay, sure. So now, some of our stuff, of course, is still in our trunk. We have not had to use the storage at the railway locker. We've not used the storage in the box on Scott's desk. Some of this has not really, come up. So I don't know 100% what we're going to be doing with all of it, but we do have a goal.
Good luck, partner.
Likewise.
So first things first, is there anything that we do need to put into the trunk, because we don't know what we're doing with it? So far, we have not found a use for the stethoscope. Now, I think that it has something to do with cracking that combination lock. However, in Dan's book, we got the combination for Freddie Creel's safe. There was another one in there, so we don't need the stethoscope for the safe in Louise's apartment. We've determined that already when we opened it before. We might need it for the other one, perhaps, but so far, nothing. So let's see. I'm wondering if we have an inventory limit for our car as well. 10. Okay. Let's see. Now, the hip flask and the tuxedo we picked up from Carl Brewer's office, we have no idea what those are for. I'm assuming the tuxedo we're going to need to dress up at some point in order to get in someplace, to maybe not to fool somebody, but they might not let us into a fancy venue if we aren't appropriately dressed. He mentioned that it hadn't seen the launderers in a while, so we may need to find someone to clean it up for us before we can use it. If that's the case, we don't need it right now. Likewise, the hip flask, I have no idea what it's for. The diamond, I want to hang on to that because you never know when it's going to come up. We might need to show it to somebody. Or if you missed the last episode, please head over to YouTube after you have liked and subscribed here. Then follow me over there as well, and you can find the VODs for this series. And the diamond has been used for some ridiculous stuff already. So, we've got the knife, the hairpin, camera we still haven't used. Okay, so because we don't know what's going to be different on this day 3, given how much progress we have made, I'm going to hang on to everything else because the hip flask and the tuxedo are new, and we are looking into new leads and new stuff today. So let's see where it takes us. The only thing that we have yet to do so far that we had accomplished previously was actually opening the safe in Louise Creel's apartment. So I do want to do that. I think we're done with the foundry for now. I'm pretty sure that we're done with the jail for the moment. Likewise, the railway station. Jake's joint won't open until later, and we have nothing else to point us to the Palm Tree Motel. I think that that's a dead end, at least for the moment. So, likewise with Brewer's office. So it's Louise's apartment for the safe. I want to try and go to the bank at some point today because that's the only place that we've never actually gotten to. We have not gone there. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, wow. We slept a lot longer than I thought that we had, apparently, because it looks like it is 1:30 in the afternoon. That means we might not have time to do everything that we want to do, but that could be okay, because we are so far ahead of where we were that it may not matter. Okay. I want to get the safe done. Last time, we did not have anything useful from the diner or the barber on day 3. We didn't get any more clues from there. So, I'm going to take a big risk, and where we have been going to both of them regularly, I am going to skip them for now in the interests of time. Likewise, the police station, because we do not have anything else new to ask over there that we had not already found out. Now, the newspaper office, I do want to go because I think that we had some stuff to talk about. But first, we're going to hit up Louise's apartment. Let's get in there. Let's get that safe open.
Back at Louise Creel's. I hope she'll be pleased to see me. No answer. Either she isn't home, or she didn't hear it.
Huh. Okay, this is new because she's always been home before. So we've done something, or we are here at an hour where she is not home. Speaking of which, how much time did that take? Okay, 30 minutes, so it's now 2 o'clock. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm thinking.
Definitely no one home.
Oh. Okay, well, this is very different because you may remember that before, when we came back to visit her, she was here on day 3. So something that we've done has changed things. Ralph had to call her and pretend to be an encyclopedia salesman in order to get her out of the room while we cracked the safe. But if she's not here at all, then maybe we could break in and just do it at our leisure. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now, I don't want to take a lot of time here, because we have no idea when or if she might reappear. But this does make me feel a little bit better, because I'm not waiting for her to spawn out of the other room. Okay, let's see. This was left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then left 1. There we go. Okay.
A jewelry box. Cheap stuff, mostly paste and glass. There are more pearls in a smile than in a trinket box. Yeah, I don't think it would take Mrs. Creel long to catch her thief if these went missing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think...
Okay, I was hoping I could close the box or something.
Insurance papers. Looks like Louise will get a nice payout on Freddie's life insurance policy.
Okay. Now, we cannot take anything here. So, let's go ahead and... There we go.
Louise Creel might be asleep back there. I try not to enter a lady's bedroom unless I'm invited. Or I'm getting paid by her husband to hide in the wardrobe and take photos. I think I'll find what I need in this room.
Wow. Okay, well,
So, it looks like Mrs. Creel's dearly departed was up to something involving the First National Bank. As for Mrs. Creel, she's a true innocent or a born liar.
okay. Okay, that went a lot more smoothly than last time. So we're already ahead of the game, folks. Now, let's see, has time advanced again? A little bit. It is 15 after 2. We should have enough time to go to the bank and then still get to the newspaper office because they're open until at least 4 o'clock, maybe?
The diamond robbery was 6 weeks ago. I want to know where the sparklers are, not where they've been.
Oh. Okay, well, that makes things a lot easier then. So, that's the first time we have ever attempted to go to this destination since it first appeared on our map. And he has no interest in traveling there, so we know where the bank is. We'll probably have to go to it later, is what I'm guessing that means, if he doesn't want to go now. But what it means for us in the more immediate sense is we can head straight for the newspaper office. That means we're guaranteed to catch Frankie at the office, I think.
Extra. Seamus haunts newsroom. Soon they'll give me a byline. Say, Frankie, do you still do a roast the way I like 'em?
Quit fishing for an invitation, Scott. Until we've both forgotten a little more.
Or remembered?
Always the wise guy. You'd wisecrack to the gates of hell. Sometimes it just isn't funny.
Sometimes it isn't meant to be.
You're looking haggard, Scott. Try shaving.
I did. I didn't like it.
Then try again.
Okay, so we must be on the right track because we're getting cutscenes and interactions that are happening automatically as we go places that we have not seen before. And Frankie, I have to say, is probably like my favorite character. Her back and forth with Scott is amazing. And yes, if you mean the bank, that might be the case. It could be on there just as a POI to kind of show us what part of town it's in, or that it is there, like to remind us of things. It might be that there for a clue to keep us on the right track so that when we click on it, then, you know. But regardless, it doesn't look like we're meant to go there right now. We're going to spend some time with Frankie instead. So let's see. Okay, we've not asked her about Carl Brewer. We found him dead in the foundry.
Tell me about Carl Brewer.
Maybe you should tell me.
We weren't the best of pals. I didn't have anything to do with his death, if that's what you're asking.
Of course not, Scott. Don't be so defensive.
Okay. We haven't asked her about Freddie either, and we probably should.
Tell me about Freddie Creel.
The Creel murder? That story's a month old. It's all in the morgue.
Okay, so we hadn't asked her about it before because we were rushing through and didn't need that particular clue, I guess. So actually, the morgue probably is going to have some info on some of these clues that we've not gotten to ask before. So, let's find out.
Be my guest.
Okay, now, we have not asked about Angela because if you do that, then she like hangs the phone up on you and it's like, let it go, Scott. Just let it go. Louise, I don't think we found anything interesting out about her. Maybe Carl we will.
What have you got on Carl Brewer?
Oh, they actually have something. I'm almost disappointed.
The last person who spoke to Brewer was his landlord. Seems he didn't have any friends to miss him.
Okay. Well, we already asked about Thumbs. What we haven't asked about is First National. Considering that the diamond robbery was quite some time ago, Scott just told us a minute ago that this is old news. Old news goes to the morgue, so let's see what they have to say about it.
What have you got on the First National diamond robbery?
I don't think we got the chance to explore that before.
The First National's always in the news. The big story was the robbery on June 15th. 3 bandits got clean away with a load of diamonds. The police turned up just as 6 armed men did. They weren't just helpful citizens. There was a shootout before police captured the lot. The 6 are all in jail pending trial on firearm offenses. No bail. No further news of the diamonds.
You're excited. I can tell your ears wiggle. See you later, Scott. I got a deadline to meet.
Okay.
Going my
Oh.
way, anger?
It's rude to point a gun at a man without introducing yourself.
Well, Mama always told me I had no manners. Hit him, Charlie.
What? Okay. Well, our cursor is trapped in a tiny box, and we are trapped in our car with 2 armed goons. We did something for sure. It looks like yeah, that's very new. And Frankie just kind of abruptly tossed us out as well, so I can only assume we are on the right track because we have never been asked to insert disc 2. Well, we didn't find Dan Klein yet. I wonder if we're about to. Neither of those men looked like him. Okay, a lot is happening very quickly, but this is good. This is good. This is all new stuff. Let's see. How do I insert disc 2? I think it's Control F4?
I didn't know how long I'd been out. My head hurt and I stank of ether.
Okay.
Well, looky here, Charlie. He's waking up.
I must have hit him pretty hard. Sorry, mister.
Where are the diamonds?
Same place as always, in the deck, with the clubs, hearts, and spades.
My hands were tied. I blocked the punch with my face.
I'll ask again. Where are the diamonds?
Oh. Okay, so they think that okay, I can't spend too long on this because
We ain't got all day.
Yep.
Hit him, Charlie.
My life flashed before my
Oh
eyes.
boy.
It looked exactly like a set of knuckles.
Where are the diamonds?
I'm just gonna have to pick some place.
Turn it over.
Let's send them to the
We ain't got all day.
oh lord.
Hit him, Charlie.
Being punched in the head loses its funny side 3rd time around.
Where are the diamonds?
They are really not giving me a lot of time. I'm just gonna send them to the
The
motel.
Palm Tree Motel, room 11.
Well, let's have a little look-see, shall we? You make yourself comfortable. Now wait. Let us make you more comfortable.
Goodbye, mister.
It'll be goodbye forever if those sparklers ain't waiting for us.
Okay. That went from funny to irritating very quickly because they didn't give me a lot of time to think about anything
They
going
did
on.
a number on me. But I still got my wits and my teeth. Better start using them.
Okay. That is definitely a flaw in the game. They don't give you much time at all to think about things, and certainly not to talk your way through them for an audience. So I have no idea if that was the best thing to do or what. Let's see.
A chair. I'm strapped in pretty good. I hope this chair doesn't plug into a power socket.
Thank you. Okay, so we can scoot around. Can we... Is that the map?
I can't pick it up.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. It looks like we're just kind of going... There's not... I don't really have any options here, so I'm just clicking.
Dead end. That didn't go as well as I'd hoped.
I think he kicked himself over backwards.
Now I know how turtles feel. I'll just have to hope for rescue.
Really? There's literally nothing else for me to do.
But look at that. A private dick is a sitting duck.
I never saw what hit me. Somebody planned it that way.
Okay. Yeah, bad news indeed.
I didn't know how long I'd been out.
Okay,
My head hurt,
at least
my
it's going to
stomach-
automatically reload at the beginning of disc 2, which is helpful. So we can make fewer bad decisions.
Waking up.
I was going to assume we were on a time limit anyway, but yeah, at least that's thoughtful. Like, if they're going to punish you for playing the game,
Same
then
place as always, in the deck.
at least they can
Clubs,
do
hearts,
is
and spades.
minimize it. So this
My
time we know what we
hands
need
were
to do.
tied. I blocked the punch with my face.
I'm not sure how much further away we can send them. Of course, we don't really know where we are either. Okay.
Turn it over.
At least this, somewhere here, is going to be like...
We ain't got all day. Hit him, Charlie.
My life
Do you see how little
flashed
time I
before my
have?
eyes.
It's literally like
It
5
looked
seconds.
Exactly like a set of knuckles.
Where are the diamonds?
Brewer's office.
Let's just try
have
that.
a little look-see, shall we? You make yourself comfortable. Now wait. Let us make you more comfortable.
Right.
Goodbye, mister.
It'll be goodbye forever if those sparklers ain't waiting for us.
Okay, so we need to do this in a hurry. Everything we're doing is on an unknown but short time
They
limit.
did a number on me. But I still got my wits and my teeth. Better start using them.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we can go up over there versus over here, so let's try this way. Okay, this is already better. I'm guessing, anyway. We can keep going over here.
A fire extinguisher. Puts out everything except the fire in a dame's eyes.
Oh, Lord. Okay,
A fire alarm. In case of fire, break glass.
Okay. So I guess we have to do something with this. Oh, we're rocking in our chair. Okay. You would think.
That's using my head. Either I knocked out my hearing, or that's the world's quietest alarm.
Ah, but now we have a piece of broken glass,
Not
perhaps.
again. Last time was bad enough, and that was before the glass was broken.
Oh, okay. I bet it's on the floor. Aha.
Can't reach it.
Ah, but we could reach this piece. Okay, this makes a certain silly sense. Okay, so we are out of the chair. Let's take the map
Looks
at
like
least.
those two comedians took everything of value. In other words, they didn't take much.
Okay, our inventory has changed. We've lost the diamond, the camera, a couple other things. I think we need
Unless I
to
plan
get
to
out
have
of
tie a
here.
Chihuahua. That rope is too short now. Whiskey. Lots of whiskey. Where was this place a month ago when I could have used it? For medicinal purposes only.
Yeah, well, if we can take it, we're gonna. Right?
Maybe not. A guy could drown in this much liquor.
Okay. Can we... Okay, we leave, apparently.
They could use some oil on this thing. Oh, and I could use some ice on these bruises. My car was outside with the keys in the ignition. Looks like hired goons only come in two varieties: dangerous and stupid.
Okay, well, we need to get out of here. At least we still have the map. We'll have to find some place to examine our inventory and see what's missing and what we still have. But first, we need to get to safety. I'm not sure where to go from here, but I feel like we can't dwell on it longer. They're going to come back because they've not given me more than a few seconds already up to this point for each of these transitions and situations. So, police station's probably not going to do us much good because we can't identify those guys yet. I'm going to say let's go back to our office. Yeah, maybe... yeah, never trust the police. Only your fists will help you. Let's head back and see if we can catch Ralph and let him know what's up.
I didn't know how long I'd been out. It could have been hours or days. The streets were clear of garbage. It could have been years.
Huh.
Back at my office.
Whew-wee. Oh, this is like the cutscene we got before. Oh, but we have a note. We didn't have that last time.
A note. Looks like I had a visitor who got tired of waiting.
Scott, I need you urgently. Please come at once. Louise.
Louise Creel needs me urgently. Things are looking up.
Oh.
Scott, you better have a damn good reason for being...
Jesus. Lucky you don't have any good looks to spoil. What's the story?
I gave him the story.
Quite a vacation. I'm glad you survived. I had to give the Granger case to the Pinkertons, but I won't hold it against you. You missed some excitement here, we had a break-in, things were messed up some.
This case is getting out of hand.
It ain't the first time we've been done over, it won't be the last.
I guess not.
Good night, partner.
And then he just immediately leaves. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming what he meant. Okay, a lot's going on. We are in a safe place, I assume. So let's go over everything that has happened. Okay. So we were kidnapped by goons. We don't know who they're working for or why they did it, other than they indicated they knew about the diamonds and they think that we know where they are. So, they took us to some kind of warehouse, beat the crap out of us, stole a bunch of our stuff. It looks like we still have our PI license. We have the knife, the hip flask, the tuxedo. We have Angela and Dan's photo and the photo of them together, and then we have that bottle of whiskey and the letter that we just picked up. We lost the diamond. Was there anything else on us? I think everything else was mostly in the car. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we just put the stethoscope and stuff in there. I think the only thing that they took was the diamond. We didn't have anything in storage here at his desk. So they couldn't have taken anything from here because we had it all on us. Whew-wee. Okay, that was kind of an irritating section because of the time limits. Like I said, they don't give you a lot of time to think and make decisions and absorb the information in the situation itself, and certainly not enough time to kind of like talk your way through it or, you know, engage an audience while you're doing so. For which I can't really apologize. I didn't program it, but at the same time, that's a little bit disappointing that I felt like I had to rush through that section, so I don't know what I missed back in the warehouse. But here we are now. Louise needs to see us. We got ransacked, and it looked like the New York case, he said, he handed off to the Pinkerton agency? The Pinkertons, are they... They're like... they became the Secret Service later on or something like that. Or were the basis for it, but I know they were like a famous detective agency. So, okay, here we are then. It is day 3 or presumably later, and we've not been kicked off the case. So this is a net positive development, and I can only presume that things like losing the diamond are meant to happen. There's probably not much we could do about that. I don't know if maybe we had left it in that locker in the, like in the rail station. Maybe we would still have it, but I also don't know that we'd need it. I would like to think that the game would not permanently take anything from us that we would need to beat it, but at the same time, I mean, you never know with this game. Okay, so I am going to... I'm going to save it. Because I feel like we've made some kind of progress, and now we're on disc 2. That's the first time that that's happened. That has to mean something. So we're going to treat this overall as like, you know, things are going well. Now it is 5:30 at night. That's going to limit our options. From here, there's only so many places we can go. Let's see if we can go back to Louise's apartment and speak with her immediately, maybe? See, it's still daylight. Maybe she'll be home. Oh, and we should check the trunk, because they got into our car. Oh, wow. Look at that. They took literally everything. The tire iron, the wrench, the stethoscope, everything that we had back here. All that's left is the fountain pen, the ring, and the stolen hair from the barbershop floor. That's wild. And yes, I just saw... Yeah, you're right. They did take the camera, too. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb. And, yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. That's my current theory. This is the game's way of divesting you of items that are not going to be needed in Disc 2's adventures. So that means everything that is now gone, either we used it properly and didn't need it anymore, or we missed something on Disc 1, but it was on Disc 1. So now that we're on Disc 2, like the stethoscope, whatever we were supposed to do with it, it's not going to show up in Disc 2. So they took it from us. That makes me really fascinated to find out what we're going to need the hair, the fountain pen, and the ring for. But we don't need Brewer's gun license, his PI license. Did they take our money? They actually did. They took all of our cash. Because we still had about $100 left. So they robbed us of our actual money on top of everything else, which makes sense. But also, I cannot wait to get my hands on them. Okay, let's see if we can go to Louise's apartment. It's still daylight, so I'm hoping she's there.
The Creel apartment. Every time I visit, I learn more. Most of all, I like to learn more about Mrs. Creel. Louise, let me in straight away.
Oh, Scott, your face. What happened to you?
Never mind that. What happened to your apartment?
Someone's been through it.
Obviously. Any ideas?
Yes. I'm sure it was arranged by a businessman called Joel Jones. Scott, you're a detective. Will you sort this out for me, please? Here's $100. Take it.
Okay. You've hired me.
Thank goodness. Now I feel safe again.
Okay. Well. And now the room is no longer in 2 parts. Huh. Okay, so we get to examine all of this, and... Ooh, the safe is exposed. The crystal cabinet has been cracked open. Let's see what she has to say. Let's start with questions. Okay. And it looks like Dan Small and Angela Donald have been unticked, so we can ask her about those as well now. Yeah, they even stole the extra space. They stole a whole screen. Tell us about Big Joel Jones first.
Tell me about Joel Jones.
He's been harassing me since Frederick died. He said they had unfinished business and wanted to look around my apartment. I was even followed for a while. Finally, he gave up, or so I thought.
What kind of businessman is he?
The worst kind. He gets what he wants, and I don't think many of his dealings are legal.
Okay. Let me ask her about, because this now says First National Diamond, presumably robbery, instead of First National Bank. Let's see what she says. It may not be, like, relevant to the case, and she may get irritated with us, but I want to try and just see, because they are no longer being treated. Like, you can see a lot of our conversation options have also changed. That has to mean something.
What do you know about the First National Diamonds?
I don't know anything, Scott. I swear.
And we got a special screen just for that, though. Okay.
A slashed sofa. I'm sure it could still seat two comfortably.
You're looking at the sofa as if it's given you an idea, Scott.
Maybe it has.
Scott, when it's safe again, maybe I'll get ideas too. But right now, I'm worried sick. I can't relax until I know that Jones will leave me alone.
Of course. I'm sorry, Louise.
Don't be. Some ideas aren't all bad.
Okay. I don't want to grab her purse. Oh, we can still attempt to go back in there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure she's very trustworthy. The slashed sofa, that indicates that someone thought she was hiding something. Like, you don't tear a room apart like this unless you're looking for something. And they were presumably looking with intent, like they knew what they were after. If you slash a sofa open, then you think that somebody has stuffed something into the cushions.
A broken radio.
I guess we can't dance, Scott.
A slashed painting. Art critics don't usually use knives.
They were brutes, not critics.
Same thing, except they probably had nicer suits.
Okay, some of the dialogue in this game is pretty good.
A smashed cabinet.
They shattered all of my crystal.
You think they were opera singers?
Oh, Scott, this is hardly the right time for wisecracks.
That's never stopped me before. Those happy snaps of Louise at the bank are gone. I wonder who's got them now.
Okay. So, because we were in there and we saw those photos before, I'm guessing, Scott has noticed that they took the photos of her at the First National Bank. What will he notice about the safe, I wonder?
An empty decanter.
I can't fix you a drink, Scott. They broke everything.
Maybe that's just as well.
Yeah, especially since we're carrying a bottle of whiskey.
What do you keep in the safe, Louise?
My jewelry?
Is it still there?
No. I don't know how they knew the combination.
Can I have a look?
I suppose so. The combination is 5 clicks left, 8 clicks right, 1 click left.
I'd call that empty.
What did you expect?
Those insurance papers are nowhere to be seen. And I can't ask about them without admitting to breaking in myself. Were they stolen, or is she hiding them from me?
A good question. So, we absolutely did the right thing by coming here before and making sure that we got into the safe, because I'm certain he could not have said that had we not done so. Let's see, can we go back in here now?
Mind if I look the place over?
I'll show you the bedroom.
Lead on.
Well. Oh man, they did rough the place up.
Scott, look at this.
You'd better sack your cleaning lady.
Oh. It's awful. What am I going to do?
It's not so bad. With a bit of work, you'll never know a tornado was through.
It upsets me, Scott. I'm going to the other room.
Good, we can look around without her peeping over our shoulder. Okay. We've got several areas with which we can interact. Let's start over here.
A photo of Freddie and Gigi. Gigi didn't let on that he knew Freddie well enough to go to the races.
Huh. That's true. He didn't say that. He knew who he was, but he acted like, oh, he's not been around here in a while.
I ain't Goldilocks.
Oh, okay.
Louisa's bed.
In other words, he's not taking a nap.
Louisa's bed.
Okay, so all of that is one area.
An open wardrobe. A silver fox fur. No wonder Freddie was reduced to robbing banks. This ain't vaudeville, and I ain't the pantomime horse. A silver fox fur.
Okay.
A wide-brimmed hat. Perfect for keeping the sun out of your eyes and for keeping others from recognizing you. A man with one head doesn't need two hats.
Fair enough. Anything in the wardrobe?
It's already been ransacked by experts.
Okay. Alright, it looks like over here is the only other thing, I think.
A bachelor can always use a needle and thread. Louise won't miss it.
Well, okay, just casually steal needle and thread. Yeah, it looked kind of like a sewing kit. Huh. Okay, well, let's double check here. Other than the bed, I think that we've got everything. It's the wardrobe, the fox fur. Yep, I don't see anything else that we can do. Okay. I wonder why he remarked on some of this stuff, like if it's going to come up later. Let's go back and see what she has to say, I guess.
Anything interesting?
Bedrooms are always interesting. But, no clues. Sorry.
And... okay. But now we can ask her about Gigi because we found that photo of him with Freddie. All right, we are making headway. This investigation is still on, folks.
Tell me about Gigi McPherson.
Mr. McPherson? I don't know him very well. One of my husband's associates. He had quite a few of them.
Lots of associates, but no friends.
So it seems.
I'm going to go ahead and ask her about Dan and Angela again, too, just to tick that off, because we've already had demonstration in the game that if Scott does not know a thing in character, then, sometimes he's not going to be able to comment on it. So I skipped some of this earlier as we were just kind of pounding through, catching back up to where we were in the investigation. Now I'm going to take my time and make sure that he has the info, because even though we know something, he might not.
Tell me about Dan Small.
I haven't seen him, and I don't miss him. He was Frederick's friend, not mine.
Tell me about the killing of Angela Donald.
I don't know anything about her death, Scott. Do you think it's related to what happened here?
I'm sure of it.
Huh. Why are you sure of it, I wonder? Okay. So before we got good results when we showed some of these pictures to her, like the photo of Angela and Dan, I don't think that we got a chance to show her the photo of them together, and now we have one of Freddie and Gigi. Maybe we should show her those. See if she says anything.
I don't know anything about her death, Scott. Do you think it's related to what happened here?
I'm sure of it.
Okay. She's not commenting on her and Dan being together, though, which is disappointing. Let's see what she says about Freddie and Gigi.
One of Frederick's old photographs. He spent more time with his friends than with me.
I can't imagine why.
Tear it up. I've had enough of the past.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting. Okay. Well. It's after 6 o'clock now. That means that, assuming that we have learned everything from her apartment that we can, our options are a bit limited. We don't need to go back to the Palm Tree Motel or to Carl Brewer's office right now, or at least we don't have anything to indicate that that is where we should go. So we can head back to our office, or we can go to Jake's joint. Considering that we just found a clue that put Gigi and Freddy together, and we have new information about, like, this guy, this Big Joel Jones, was that his name? Then I feel like maybe that's where we should be going, is to Jake's joint to speak with Gigi and them, because they've always got, like, new leads and information.
But what if they come back, Scott?
They won't. They've already had a good search. Just stay here, and only open the door for me.
Good night.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's see here. Our inventory is already starting to fill up a little bit. But we were allowed to keep all of these things, and I don't know why we have some of them. Like the hip flask and the tuxedo, obviously we're meant to use them in Disc 2, or they presumably would have been stolen. God, how many times have I said presumably? But we're working with all suppositions here. So... okay, I want to put some of this stuff in the trunk, maybe to make sure that we don't go over our inventory limit in case we have to pick things up elsewhere. But we're going to Jake's joint, and so far we haven't had to pick any items up from that location. So we're probably safe right now, just in case we need them to hang on to this. And then we'll go from there. Oh, and okay, we have a new location too. I didn't notice that before. So there is the warehouse where we were held after we got kidnapped, I guess. Okay. Huh. You know, Gigi plays poker. And he said, it's like Scott said, that that photo of him with Freddy was at the races. I wonder if Mac would know anything about this, because we figured out that he's a bookie. I mean, for all we know, the phone calls he was taking were from Gigi. Maybe that's how that lines up. Maybe things are starting to finally come together.
Jake's joint. Still a hotbed for criminal activity. And getting hotter.
Hey, buddy. Dropped in to watch Gigi lose?
Just you. Wait.
The blackjack players. Looks like the poker game is short a hand. Red Randalls. We're down to 2 wise monkeys.
Huh. I wonder where he is, and why he's not here. Now, if I remember correctly, he was described as being like a goon for hire? And we've already run into a couple of hired guns out there, like beating us up and stuff. Maybe this is related. Maybe he's working for somebody. Okay, well, what's important is Louise gave us $100, so we actually do have enough money to play poker, although maybe we can't if Fred's not here. Let's just try talking to them.
Tell me about Joel Jones.
Big Joe. Well, you know that he runs this town.
He does the work, Sanger. Horses, girls, liquor, clubs, you name it.
Yep, and 1 in every 3 crims waits for him as well.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to play poker with them in order to get information right now. But yeah, that's interesting. What was that look about? Was it just because what did he say? One in 3 crims, like criminals, works for him? And Mickey didn't look happy that he said that. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's just because Gigi was being dumb and, like, repeating effectively what Mickey had literally just said, and that was kind of a, like, were you even listening to me look? Or if that was something else that we need to pay attention to. Okay, let's ask about Dan. We'll go through the innocent stuff first. I don't think that they're going to ask us to step away the way that some people do when they get irritated with too many questions.
Still ain't seen him, Scott.
Me neither.
Okay.
Tell me about Angela Donald.
Don't know nothing about that, Anger.
Let it go, buddy. For your sake. It won't bring her back, but it might help you join her.
Wait a minute. Yeah. He said 1 in 3 criminals works for him, and then both of them, I thought he was like giving an irritated look at what Gigi has said, but they both kind of looked over this way. Maybe that was indicating, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that was a clue that Red, because that's 1 in 3 criminals. I bet that's exactly what that means. Oh, that would have gone right over my head, I think, if you hadn't said something. And they just said to let Angela go, or we might join her. So the 2 cases, Angela's murder and what she's caught up in, is definitely connected. We knew that because she's with Dan, or was with Dan. But, like, we're getting more and more confirmation that the 2 are intertwined.
What do you know about the First National diamonds?
They were stolen. I thought you knew that.
And no one's found them yet, neither.
Okay. So, what does Gigi have to say about himself?
Tell me about yourself.
I can tell you he's losing.
Aw.
I like these guys. Okay, now before we showed them a photo of Dan and I think of Angela, let's try showing them the one of them together.
Don't know nothing about that, Anger.
Let it go, buddy. For your sake. It won't bring her back, but it might help you join her.
Okay. What about this photo of Fred and Gigi, though?
Hey, nice pic. You boys go out often?
Shut up, Mickey. Yeah, sure, we went to the track a couple times. What of it?
Hey, take it easy, horseman.
Looks like we hit a nerve.
No, you didn't hit nothing. I just don't like talking about dead people, you know.
Just don't like talking about dead people. Okay. Well, we don't have anything else to talk to them about other than the news, and we don't have anything new to show them that I think would be meaningful, like Louise's letter. That's not going to do anything. Why do we still have that, I wonder? Maybe I should put that in the trunk, but, like, why would they let us keep it? Okay, I'm not seeing anything here on the list that sparks joy, so to speak. Like, why would showing them the tuxedo or the hip flask do anything? Well, maybe. You never know. Nope, okay. We can but try. Nope, okay. Worth a try. Alright, well, it looks like we've kind of exhausted our options here because we know that Jake doesn't want to talk to us. And we can't play poker with them. It might make it hard to earn money later on. Scott has nothing to say? Okay. Well, I guess let's head back to our office? So we need to get to a new day so that these other places will open back up.
Back at my office.
Lord, can you please hit the rack? I thought he was getting better. He hadn't missed in a long time, but... Okay. So that is a shame that, we couldn't earn some extra money, but on the other hand, since they did rob us, the indication is also that, if we had saved up a whole bunch of money like I was kind of doing, then they would have taken it from us. So we're not meant to have that cash on the way to, on the way to Disc 2. There's nothing else really going on here. Sorry about losing the plunger. Huh. Okay, well, let's go ahead and rest and see what we can find tomorrow morning.
Siesta time.
No, not siesta time, like bedtime.
Mail.
Oh.
Thanks, Jack.
Oh. Things are really heating up. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Anger, we have your girlfriend. No cops or we kill her. You have 5 days to bring us the diamonds or we kill her. We'll tell you where. Your important friends. I don't like this letter. I don't like the men who sent it, whoever they are. When I find them, I'll tell them with my fists.
Huh. Okay. That is a classic ransom note. Yeah, no, definitely. I saved right before this, so we're probably good, but Ralph's not here. What time is it? Okay, 7 a.m. Who's our girlfriend? You think that they kidnapped Louise? Because they'd already been to her house, and we've been there like several times. Ooh, I wonder if that's why we still have her note and stuff too. Well, just a couple days ago. But if they ransacked her apartment, that's true. That's true. But I'm thinking maybe if they ransacked her apartment, then like they know she's connected, kind of thing. Speaking of Louise, though, I mean that is true. You're trying to tell me something. I just know it. Oh, you think it was Frankie? Could be. It could be. Okay. I'm going to put the ransom note and her letter in the trunk because I don't know what else we're going to use it for right now. And I want to get out these other objects that we still have because the game is telling us that they are important somehow. I wonder, we have a photo of Dan and a photo of Angela. And when we show someone the photo of both of them, we're getting similar responses. I wonder if maybe that one item takes the place of those two. I'm gonna, yeah. Well, oops. That's a consideration as well. Because, Frankie's in a good position, and then, like, Louise definitely knows more about what's going on with her husband's criminal activities than she has been letting on. Okay. We need information. let's head to the barber. We've got, it's early in the morning. Let's see what Mac has to say. I'm especially interested since we know more about Gigi now and him being involved in the horse races. So maybe he'll say something that will prompt Scott to ask for a clue, or we'll learn something that way. We need to get back into our routine here and get all the info we can.
Back at Mac's. Howdy, Mac.
Hey, Scott.
August 2. Morning edition.
Whoa.
Creel murder suspect slain in jail. Seems Thumbs Mackenzie was found bashed to death in his cell. 6 prisoners are being questioned. The same 6 are in jail after bungling a robbery on the First National Bank on the same day as the diamond heist.
Oh, so the 6 guys who showed up to fight the cops, while Thumbs, Freddy, and Dan made off with the diamonds, got put in the jail with him and beat him to death. Oh, so Thumbs is dead. Huh. Okay.
Towel time. Those are some bruises, Scott. You should watch yourself.
For real.
Do you believe it?
I do.
Periwig, 25 to 1. Sure, I'll take the bet. Slow horses pay my rent.
Slow horses pay my rent. Fair enough.
Finish. Have a nice day, Scott.
Well, he didn't ask if you got my nickel this time.
Mac could use his aftershave as paint stripper.
You're just sore, literally, because your face is beaten up. Okay, let's go to the diner and get a donut for Officer Denton, and this will give us a chance to see whether anything has changed at Meg's too.
Back at Meg's.
He says that with a lot less enthusiasm than he says back at Mac's. You notice?
Donuts and coffee, thanks.
God, if looks could kill. Oh, elegant,
There's
majestic.
nothing like a good cup of coffee. And that was nothing like a good cup of coffee. I'm full. I'll save this for later.
Oh, and she didn't ask where the tip was. Okay, things are changing a little bit.
The police station. Still large, still square. Still full of citizens who let their high spirits get away from them.
That's some shiner. You okay, Scott?
As long as I don't blink.
You feel like sharing the reason, or is it poison?
Oh, okay, so we can actually tell him about the diamonds. I think we should then.
My search for Dan got mixed up with the First National Diamond robbery. Some thugs thought I knew more than I let on, so they took me to a warehouse and tried to pound the diamonds out.
They sure ain't no judge of character. Give me the address, and I'll get right onto it.
I gave him all the details and showed him the scars. They helped the story.
Okay. Well, that's something. So we could have kept clammed up about it, but I don't know what benefit that would have. This way we get him on our side. Yeah, like you said, Matt kind of felt sorry for us, so maybe Denton will too. Okay, let's get him out so we can see whatever's in the box over there this time. Plus, we want to build up goodwill with him in advance before we start depleting it with our incessant questions.
Thanks. I better get a refill.
It's a schedule of upcoming raids on illegal off-course betting shops.
Oh.
Let's see. There he is, right on cue. Mac the Barber, August 5th. I'll make a note of that.
Oh-ho. Okay, so another raid roster just like we gave to Jake, but this one is for Mac. August 5th. Okay, so we don't have to rush to give it to him, presumably. But we still don't know what day it is. We should check that, because it'll be on the calendar back at the office. Oh man, I wish I had thought of that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is, like, he obviously is in the know about some of this, and the fact that Gigi was, like, snapped at the races with Freddy. Like, all of this is kind of coming together. I'm starting to see the threads. So if we can loosen his lips a little bit, then we know that he has got more info than he's sharing. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with Big Joel. I want to find out what we can about him, because he's obviously very important. He's going to be central to this before we run out our positive attitude with him based off the donut.
Tell me about Joel Jones.
That's one crook that's not behind bars. He's got some friends around here. I shouldn't be talking about it.
Oh. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, like, we know, like, you know, all police are corrupt, so that's not a surprise. But the fact that this guy specifically has got friends in the force, that could be important.
Tell me about G.G. McPherson.
There's a lot of lowlife around. I don't remember anything on that particular specimen.
Okay, let's see what he knows about Thumbs getting done in.
Tell me about Thumbs McKenzie.
Revenge killing. The guys who bashed him didn't know Thumbs was in on the diamond robbery until the newspaper report. Your girl, Frankie, wrote Thumbs' death warrant.
It's a low blow, Denton.
Oh, yeah? If you'd have told us about Thumbs' involvement in the robbery instead of her, he'd still be alive. How low is that? Get out, Anger. I'm sick of looking at you.
Okay.
Denton really should see about that ulcer.
Okay, I didn't expect him to throw us out quite that quickly. Okay, so Thumbs is dead because of Frankie's article about it, he says. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We could probably go back in. But I think it might be better, because we don't know where else we're going to need to be. We can always come back. Let's go to the newspaper office and see if we can talk to Frankie if she's there, because a lot has happened and we've got a lot to ask about.
Back at the Tribune. I'd better see if any more of my rivals have made the obituaries. Frankie was out, but the news hounds let me in. I'd never seen Frankie's desk without Frankie at it. I thought I'd sit down.
Huh. Okay, and now we have, like, access to the ink and the glue and stuff that we didn't before.
I've read it.
Okay, that's today's paper.
Frankie's desk.
Okay, the ink, typewriter.
Frankie's typewriter.
Presumably we can still use the phone to call the morgue. Let's see what this is.
Frankie's notepad.
Okay, nothing on it though. Oh, can we open this drawer?
The desk drawer.
Oh. Look down here. What's all this?
A torn photograph. Can't tell who. Hope it's no one I know.
Yeah, we need to find a time to do that too.
Frankie's makeup. I remember the scent of her perfume. And the taste of her lipstick. This should hide my bruises, as long as it stays dark. It looks better on Frankie.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Laundry ticket 10. for the Red Dragon Laundry. Frankie must have something in for cleaning.
A Chinese laundry, is it?
Laundry ticket 10 for the Red Dragon
Right.
Laundry.
Okay. We've still got 3 slots left. Ooh.
Frankie's 32. Frankie carries this around in case of trouble. She isn't carrying it with her now. I guess she wasn't expecting trouble. That's usually when it comes.
Huh.
It's worth my job if Denton catches me carrying this.
Ooh. Okay, but now we have a gun, though. Okay. Well, so we can't talk to Frankie, but we can still hopefully call the morgue.
Copy boy.
Yep. What do you want?
Frankie.
She ain't been in. What can I get you?
And now, at last, we have a name. We have a name for the guy who pops his head out and goes, nothing. It's Copy Boy. Okay, Copy Boy, well, tell us about Big Joel, then, because we didn't get to ask about that before.
What have you got on Joel Jones?
For real.
Joel Jones is the big man in town. Lots of photographs of Jones hosting charity galas, doing good works, attending openings, and otherwise being prominent. The most recent is a Society page's gush about the upcoming opening of his new club, the Blue Angel. There's an address for the club and one for his mansion outside of town.
Okay, but those are added to our map then. Huh.
Copy boy.
That's me.
Okay, let's see if they have anything about thumbs. Maybe. Is there anything else new? No. So...
What have you got on Thumbs McKenzie?
That's true.
Read the paper, mister.
That's a good point, actually.
Copy boy.
You again?
What have you got on Angela Donald?
Yeah, all right.
This feature was written a month ago about the Sweet Dreams nightclub fire. The cops smelled arson but couldn't make it stick. The key prosecution witness, Angela Donald, was murdered, and the evidence died with her. The owner, Joseph Wachowski, posted a reward for information on the killing of Angela, but no one collected.
Copy boy.
Frankie always says please.
Please.
It ain't the same.
I like him. Let's ask about Frankie since she's on the list.
Stick your head out here for a second. So where's Frankie?
Out.
Where?
I don't know. She was working late on the first when 2 guys came up. Big guy and a small fella. They were talking some kind of exclusive, an interview.
She left with him?
Yep. In a green sedan.
Did they say where they were going?
The little guy said something about fresh mountain air. That's all I know, mister. I got work to do.
A big guy and a little guy, you say? Maybe those are our very important friends. Ooh. And since she didn't take her gun with her, it is adding up to look like maybe... Yeah. That's why Frankie's not here. The same guys who got us and thought we had the diamonds got Frankie. Because they still think that we know where the diamonds are. Huh. Okay. Well, let's get all the clues we can.
Yep. What do you want?
Also, his American accent is not bad. I can hear the Australian coming through, but, like, he managed it.
What have you got on the First National Diamonds?
There we go.
Seems that a daylight raid liberated a cache of diamonds from the First National Bank on June 15th. Witnesses saw 3 bandits. 2 were slim, medium build, one in a gray suit, the other in a brown jacket with leather patches. The third guy was a giant. The 3 fled in different directions. The man in brown had the ice. Police arrived just as 6 armed men turned up. Police captured the lot. They're all in jail pending trial on firearm offenses. No bail, no diamonds. There's a list of suspects, but no names I recognize. No new leads since Frankie's story.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Copy, boy.
Yep. What do you want?
He's not getting tired of us, so... Oh. Big Joel is unticked. Look at that. That's odd.
What have you got on Joel Jones?
We already talked to him about that, so why is it not registering?
One story says that Joel Jones is a keen game hunter. Seems last winter he was snowed in at his new hunting cabin for 3 days. There's a photograph of the cabin. The reporter was Francine Henderson. She's not around to tell me where it is.
Huh. Okay, so something that we did or some other clue we picked up caused him to need to ask again, like there's more information. Yeah, clean mountain air. Okay, I'm starting to see the line, I think. Okay, let's ask him about this last couple of things.
Copy, boy.
Yep. What do you want?
Then we can get out of here.
What have you got on G.G. McPherson?
Please, 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 please.
Nothing.
Nothing too. Electric Boogaloo. That's actually kind of cool. They did it twice because it's a different angle. We're sitting at her desk, so yay.
Copy, boy.
Yep. What do you want?
Last thing.
What have you got on Dan Small?
He's gonna do it again.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Bottles of ink.
Now we looked at these before.
I'll use it here. If I take it, Frankie will be mad at me when she gets back.
Okay. So we need the ink for something.
I'll use it here.
Okay, same thing for the glue. Huh. I wonder what we're supposed to do with that. Well, I think that that's everything we can realistically do here. And... okay, we have acquired some new stuff. We've got a lot of leads, a lot of clues, a lot of new information. That was very worth it. Okay. Well... Okay, so we have a new location. What time is it? Man, we were in there a long while. Dang. Did all of those conversations eat up all of that time, I wonder? 1:30. Well... Oh. And the Blue Angel nightclub as well. And Big Joel's mansion. Oh man, we've got all kinds of places to go. Okay. Okay, well let's approach this cautiously. I don't think we have enough on Big Joel to just charge the mansion. I'm gonna guess that that's where Frankie's being held, and Big Joel is the one who maybe is after the diamonds, because it sounds like there were two groups of people involved, right? There are the three who actually stole the diamonds and got away with them, and then the 6 dudes who showed up afterwards and got captured by the police, and they're the ones who later on killed Thumbs in prison. So maybe those 6 guys were like Big Joel's goons who were showing up to steal the diamonds. And when the other 3 got away with the diamonds first, Big Joel got mad. And he's been on the lookout trying to find his diamonds ever since. Or it could even be that the diamonds actually legitimately belong to him, and they were stolen from him, because if he's that wealthy, the diamonds in the bank may just be his diamonds. Like, they may have stolen his stuff. Either way, I don't think that we can go straight for the mansion. We don't have enough yet. I think that that spells disaster. Now, the nightclub is kind of in the same category. We have a bit more on it, but that still is dealing with Big Joel, and we've only just found out about some of this stuff. Piecing this together on the fly can be rough, man, because they're hitting us with so much new stuff at once. My head is spinning. All of these clues. I think the smartest thing to do for now is we have a direct lead. Something of Frankie's is at the Red Dragon Laundry, so maybe we should go there and see what else happens. Like, maybe there will be a note in the pocket of her coat or something. I am open to other suggestions. If you all see a path open before us that I don't, please sing out. But otherwise, I'm thinking the laundry makes the most sense. I can't think of anything better than that. We do need to go back and talk to Mac and give him the raid roster, but we have time. As far as I know, it said August the 5th is when the raid was going to happen. I'm not sure, because I forgot to look at the calendar, what day it is and how much time we lost, but I don't think that it's August the 5th, surely, because it was only July the 31st before. So that would mean, I mean, we would have had to have lost several days. Okay, I'm going to hit up the laundry, and then let's see what happens. Always explore new locations.
The Red Dragon Laundry. Takes a lot of soap to clean a red dragon. Just what you need in a heat wave. A steam room.
Okay. Definitely no credit. All of these things have tickets back there, so...
Tell me about Frankie Henderson.
Yes.
Okay. They're playing it up like this is the classic 1930s or 40s Chinese laundry, like he probably doesn't speak English. Let's just give him the laundry ticket and see what happens.
Yes.
Laundry. Cleaned and pressed.
Okay. We got a dress.
Frankie's dress. I remember her in it. All kinds of clothing.
Okay, well, let's see if he says anything else.
Tell me about Joel Jones.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't speak English. Let's see what we can do with this. What?
Don't look around.
Jesus, I said don't turn around. If anybody knows I'm here, I'm dead.
Hello, Mickey. What's the occasion?
I'm worried for you. I don't want to lose a pal. Gigi and Red have been acting jumpy since you started asking questions. If you ask me, they're hiding something. Now Red's hiding himself. He wasn't in the joint last night. Something stinks. Even worse than your poker plan.
You can keep the insult, but I'll take the warning. I'll watch my back.
You do that. Anything else? I can't stay long.
Okay, if he can't stay long, we need to make these questions count. This is unexpected. Let's ask him about Big Joel then.
Tell me about Joel Jones.
He's a big man, Anger. Cops eat from his hand. You know what I'm saying? Watch who you talk to. And if you're going after him, make sure you've got a grand jury on your side.
Does he have two goons on the payroll? A little sadist and a big lug?
Sounds a lot like Smart Charlie and Dumb Charlie. Stay out of Smart Charlie's way. He's as crazy as snow in July.
So I gather.
Smart Charlie and Dumb Charlie? Okay, well now we have names for our assailants. Let's... oh. Randall's on here too. Red Randall, I think that's him. Let's ask about the guys there.
Tell me about G.G. McPherson.
Yeah, these Charlies are no
Gigi's
angels.
Jumpy at the best of times, but right now he's spring-loaded. He's been asking me about you. That could be nothing. You're an interesting guy.
Thanks.
Okay, what about Red?
Tell me about Red Randall Hanna.
I've been playing poker with him for ages, but I just can't trust him. At least can't trust him more than the other crims I know.
What's his racket?
He don't say, and I don't ask.
I wonder if he's heard about Thumbs.
Tell me about Thumbs McKenzie.
I heard, but I figured it was coming to it. Seems to me like Thumbs and his partners got a lead on those diamonds and pulled the snatch in front of the nose of another gang.
Oh.
Sooner or later, that other gang was bound to find out. You been stirring all this up, Scotty? Someone has to wear the consequences.
So, I was right. Okay, someone else was going to steal the diamonds first, and they got to them before the other gang did.
What do you know about the First National Diamonds?
No one's tried to hawk them in this town. I'd say they're out of the country, or under somebody's bail. Look, I gotta go.
Thanks,
Aw.
McGee. I owe you one.
Anytime, pal, and no waving.
Okay.
So, Red Randall is missing, and Gigi is hiding something.
Okay. Huey, a lot is going on. It is 15 after 2. We need to find something to do with this dress. I don't know what. Ooh, I mean, I would rather figure it out, if possible. But it is y'all's job to keep me on the right track if I start to steer myself wrong. Okay, so once again, even with this new information, this has scared me off even more from Big Joel's mansion. We're not ready to go there yet. The nightclub is the next most likely place. We need to go there and get more clues. But I'm guessing because it is a nightclub, we can't go there yet. We're going to have to rest first. So we've got other places that we need to be while it is still daylight. Since we're fairly close, I think what I'm going to do, and you can tell me if this is safe or not, I guess. Well, I'm sure that that was the case because we only had like so many questions that we could ask. Obviously before he left. Well, there's nothing we can do about that now without loading it, if that's the case. So I think what I'm going to do is head back to the office because it is still relatively early in the day. I don't see a point in going back anywhere else that is open during the day at the moment, except to maybe take the raid roster to Mac, which we will still have time to do after we go to the office anyway if we feel like doing so. But if we go here, I can do like a safety save and maybe Ralph will be there where he wasn't this morning, and we can talk to him and ask him about a few of these things that are going on. So I think I'm going to head there.
Back at my office.
Wake up, Ralphie. It's time for bed.
What? No. Well, yeah. Good shot, but learn from the master. Find a fork, will ya? I'm out of cigarettes.
That habit will kill you, Ralphie.
He just took our...
Ralph! Ralph!
What the...
Ralph! He was wearing brown, Scott. Brown! I should have known I'd get plugged by a hood with lousy dress sense.
What in the...
So long, pal. Sleep well.
What in the world? Oh my god. I was about to say that, like, he took our hat instead of his. Oh my god, and now he's dead. Ralph is dead, y'all. Holy shit. Oh my god. Well, F's in chat for Ralph. Oh my gosh. And that death scene was something else. That's the acting, the dialogue, that's... Oh man. So I guess the point of that was to show us... Whoop. Oh, come on. Yeah, we know. Oh, come on. We know.
The cops arrived, late as usual. Denton kept me at the station for 2 hours
boy.
while he chiseled the names of possible suspects out of me. Everyone I named was missing, dead, or too big for Denton to touch. None of it did Ralph any good. Nothing would. I got Ralph's keys back. It was a poor exchange. The police kept his gun, probably just as well. First Angela, now Ralph. I needed a drink. I had Brewer's hip flask. It was a start.
Okay, a lot is happening here that I don't have control over.
I'm here, but I don't remember crawling here. I'm pretty tired.
Okay, well... So, a whole lot just went on. Yet again. And once more, the game put us on an invisible time limit that I was not expecting. The cops showed up. There was a bunch of stuff to do there at the crime scene where Ralph was dead in the alleyway, and I didn't get to click on any of it because I barely had time to react. I have to tell you, not to be negative, but like I am enjoying this game, but guys, I think it's a bad game. I think it might be a bad game because they give you like 15 seconds at the most to do anything, and then you're penalized for like not being able to complete a thought. So it's kind of upsetting. And I have no idea what we missed because I didn't get a chance to check it out. He said he was wearing brown. The criminal that got away from the diamond robbery when the cops showed up was also wearing brown. The one that got away with the diamonds. I don't know. That's actually a good question, and that is entirely possible. that's something that I may look into because, of course, this game runs through DOSBox. It is currently at a maximum of 100% cycles for CPU speed. I wonder, now that you've said it, that's a good point. It could possibly be that. Of course, again, this is a blind playthrough, so never having played the game before, I don't know for sure whether the original game gave you the same amount of time or not. Yeah, that's kind of what I heard when I was looking up on it, is the fact that it is on a timer and that it enforces that timer. But I didn't realize that there were going to be what are effectively QuickTime events in the game. I took that to mean what we had already encountered, where if you don't get certain clues by the end of like day 2 or day 3, then things unfold differently and it might force a bad ending or something. So you are still on an invisible time limit. I thought that's what they were talking about when they said that people had negatively reviewed it for that. That is my only complaint, really. Like, the controls are a little wonky, but it's an old DOS game. You get used to it. You know, it works out. Everything else about it, I kind of enjoy. And the sometimes obtuse or nonsensical puzzles, that is just a feature of point-and-click adventure games. I can't fault it for that. If the puzzles don't make sense, I mean, at least it's not Gabriel Knight 3. So, you know. Okay. Okay, so we still have Frankie's gun. We did not get Ralph's gun. I'm going to let y'all decide. I have no idea what we missed at the scene of Ralph's death. Rather than sit here and complain about it, because I don't want to bring down the mood, should we continue and just go forward with what we have now that we've got Ralph's keys? Or, it wasn't that long ago that I saved it. I could go back and load it and blast through that part to get back here again and then check the crime scene over before the cops show up. Because now that we know that it's coming, we can make better use of that time. So what do you want me to do? Should we go back and re-examine the alleyway while Ralph is there? Or should we take the L and just keep going from here? I'm going to let y'all make that decision, because I really don't know. I mean, you can, but I hesitate to do that, as this is a blind playthrough. I mean, but, you know, that's the most efficacious way. I'll tell you what, let's do it this way. Y'all are eager to share the information that you have. Tell me, just tell me whether you think that I should load it and go back, or did I miss anything that's going to be crippling? Like, is it necessary to load it, or do you think that we can stumble on from here? And if we can go on from here, then that's what we'll do. Otherwise, like I said, now that we know what we're up against and we're expecting it, I can go back there and see if there are any other clues that might be necessary for us to succeed from this point forward. Okay. If all we needed from that was Ralph's keys, because I'm guessing we could have taken his gun off of him, but we have Frankie's gun already, so we have a gun, and I don't think that we need two. If the point comes that we need to shoot somebody, we've got a loaded weapon, as far as I know.
Frankie's 32. Frankie carries this around in case of trouble.
Okay, so, well, it is what it is then. Okay, well, if we've got his keys, then that's what we needed, I guess. Well, that is terrible. I'm going to make a separate save file for this. It looks like there is a limit of 5, so I'm going to come back up here. And this way, if we do need to go back, we can. That's what safety saves are for.
Ralph's chair. It's empty. It'll always be empty.
Oh, man, that's sad. That's a low note. I miss Ralph
4
already.
days to find the diamonds.
Oh, okay. So today is August the 2nd, I guess? Or they mark it off because that's already passed and today is the 3rd. Oh, no. He said on the 5th is when they would kill her. So that must be today. So the one that's marked off is the current day. Oh, is it the 3rd? Well, huh. That's not a lot of time. But, ooh. It's 9 o'clock at night. And I get the feeling that going back to Jake's joint is not going to be, like, super useful. Did we ever check this closet?
My closet.
I wonder if we could, like, hang the tuxedo or the dress in here. Oh, we can. Hey. Oh, what's this? I was thinking, like, storage. It just occurred to me, but... Okay, so this is put it back in inventory. This is... Wear it?
Evening wear is for the evening.
Oh. Okay, so that's how we use the tuxedo somehow.
Evening wear.
Right.
Is
okay. Can we put her dress in here too? And maybe that's how we... Oh. And that's how we use it as well. I doubt he's going to wear it, but...
I'm not putting it on, but I will check the pockets. Her notepad. The laundry people must be used to her.
Expose on organized crime. Mayor's new incentive. Scott's case. A link? Joel Jones. Blue Angel Club.
Huh. Okay.
Frankie's notepad.
Okay, well, it's a good thing those were simplistic clues because he's not reading it back a second time.
I'm not putting it on.
Okay, I guess there's nothing else in the pockets there. Okay. Well, that was a happy accident. Well, I'm not really sure where to go from here, but that notepad indicates that maybe the next step is the Red Dragon, or not the Red Dragon Laundry, but the Blue Angel nightclub. And we have a tuxedo, so we can potentially get in there. Huh. Okay, well, there's a lot going on, and many a new clue has been acquired. The situation has drastically changed. We've got a lot to think about. We've got a lot of new places to go, new clues to put together. My brain is fried because of all this information where the game has thrown it at us so quickly. I feel like I've been bombarded. I'm going to have to take a little siesta myself in order to consider what we should do next. But I want to hear from you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for tonight. But if you're not already following or subscribed, then please do hop over to YouTube and follow me there as well. You can review this entire series there. All of the VODs are uploaded, and this one will be soon as well. And then hit me up either in the comments on YouTube, or you can tweet at me, follow me on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook or Pillow Fort, and give me your theories. Tell me what you think we should do next, because there's a lot here, so more eyes looking at it, more brains thinking about it might make this mystery easier to solve. We're definitely not at a dead end, but, we are at an end, and somebody is dead. And someone else is going to be dead, either Frankie or us or both, if we don't get on the ball. So, we have a new time limit. We're not going to be able to take this lightly. We're going to have to really put all of our thought into this, all of our effort, because now we're not just trying to find a missing person. We're trying to save a missing person. And we can't let what happened to Ralph happen to Frankie too. Well, message or comment with your ideas and your theories, and I'll catch you next Monday for the next episode of The Dame Was Loaded at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the U.S. Thank you for joining me this time. I'll see you then, and as always, thanks for playing.
Time for a nap.